everyone. It's Tuesday, the 5th of October. The time is 6:43 p.m. and the temperature is 29 degrees. We are on Amber Road, and today we'll walk from Amber Road to Tanjong Katong Road and keep walking to Paya Lebar, following that street. But I wanted to start here because we are in Katong area, and the interesting thing about this area is that this used to be right by the seaside. So before they reclaimed land and East Coast Park became to being, there was a fishing village around here called Kampong Amber. Kampong meaning village in Malay. We are very close, so the condos here probably do have sea view on my side here, but this used to be a sort of seaside village with hawkers and generally first a kind of holiday house destination, and then some of the wealthier people had their houses over here in the Katong area near the sea. So that's an interesting thing because not a lot of that can be seen today, and it's been developed with condos, and of course it no longer is on seaside because of the reclaimed land and East Coast Park. So that's an interesting past to start with. As an area, once we get to Tanjong Katong Road, we will see some of that sort of renovated older buildings and that sort of thing. But you can see this area is very much developed these days. And well, let's cross here then. The cars are blocking that way. That's where we're going anyway. So it's just before sunset. It's been a cloudy day today, but we should have enough light to make it to Paya Lebar without many problems. I think this is us now, hopefully. Has not been pressed. Okay, I think we just need to keep going. Guess that's going to be another light cycle now before that changes. Oh well. So the lights are just starting to light up now. And ahead of us is Mountbatten Road, which we'll just quickly visit only to get to Tanjong Katong from here. Here's Katong shopping center ahead of us. Fairly big complex as well. So that's been pressed, and let's double our chances of crossing quickly. Okay. So of course at this time a lot of joggers around again, and cyclists. When I was coming here, I noticed quite a few of them. It's really nice weather for that. It was around 29, 28 degrees. And if, for example, Hague Road here ahead of us is a bit more a residential street, then Tanjong Katong is the parallel and has more like shops and restaurants, so it should be a little bit more livelier in that sense once we get there. Okay, here we go. And we'll have to negotiate our way through some construction through here. Beautiful flowers. Here's a preschool and daycare. And on the left side, it's just the condos continuing on. And some of the shared bikes, which unfortunately in most places tend to be in bad repair by now. Hopefully they have plans to sort of get those going better again. There was also a shared e-scooter plan where you could just basically find one and use it for a while, but I don't know if that's been discontinued. I haven't seen them in the city. It's certainly very useful if you can get a bike once in a while. And on my left to the east, of course, the East Coast Park is along the waterside for the sea. So we're not far from the seaside. Also a very nice place for a walk. And this is now Tanjong Katong Road that we're coming to, and it continues on as Tanjong Katong Road South. So instead of following that, we made the little bit of a detour to see Amber Road. And now we are on Tanjong Katong. So on the other side, I just want to point out, it's a really nice garden shop that I've visited a few times. It's kind of a green dot in the middle of all this. There's just a bus in front. I'll try to get a view back once it's passed. I really quite like that place, even just to go and browse. There you go. Look on that side. And all the time on the left here are residential areas with some really lovely houses. I'm not going to venture that way today. This area has a lot of restaurants from here onwards to quite a bit of the way actually, and also a lot of services around. And on the right is the Canadian International School, one of the few international schools in Singapore. And just to give you a look, the businesses and restaurants on that side before I move on to the other side for a bit. So one of the things you'll notice about this area is that compared to where we just came from, the buildings tend to be quite small in terms of sort of not that high, just a couple of stories. There's some kind of a bird on the sports field. Don't know if you can see that. I think a little bit further on I'll cross to the other side. Let's see where's a good place to do that. There's a look back again. There's a little grocery store with a good selection of sort of I guess more Indian products, although sort of just vegetables and fruit. And here's an interesting looking residential building. It's called the Chelsea Lot. It does have something borrowed from the UK, I guess, in the looks. It's certainly very colorful. As it is a Tuesday night, it's not too busy at the moment. And this building on my right here is actually very interesting. I was looking at it from the bus. It's not really visible from here. Obviously it will now make way for residential development, but it's one of the few places I've seen in Singapore that actually has graffiti on the walls. I guess it must have been empty for a bit. But getting to an area with a little bit more restaurants and bars, as well as businesses. And in between these other houses, you can see some of these are more of a traditional shop house style buildings, but not all of them. There are also a mix of things in here in terms of architecture. And there's a nasi lemak place on the other side that seems very busy. There's a queue in front. And I think we can take a look back here quickly. So it's a nice, fairly lively area, even this early on a Tuesday evening. And the fruit stall has made sure we notice them walking by with the lights. There's a the shop there that sells Portuguese egg tarts. Don't know if they or when they are open, but it's certainly been there for a while. Also fairly well known. Indian restaurant. And in the corner, kind of very sympathetic little tires and batteries place. And that takes us away from the sort of busier restaurant area on this road. So that's the sort of main stretch. And as we walk towards Paya Lebar, it becomes more residential buildings again before turning into shopping centers or malls. This is Dunman Road now. And someone was not happy with the car not turning once the light was on. And Dunman Road to the left here would take us towards Old Airport Road Food Center, and to the right would be going towards sort of the Chat area and Katong again. So we'll keep going straight to Paya Lebar. It's been a cloudy day, so already at 7:08 when the sun has just set, it's looking a bit darker than many other evenings. We walk more into the residential area now. There's a church ahead of us. It's not as old as some of the other churches that you often see in Singapore. It's the Church of Our Lady Queen of Peace. Established in 1954. I think they're going to wait with the buses coming as well. There's a little green here on the right. And on my way to Amber Road, I actually saw some families out here playing, I think football. So that was quite fun to see. I shouldn't say families, because it wasn't anyone breaking the restrictions or anything like that. It was a father and a son, I think. Looked like it anyway. And another couple there as well. It does say it's reserved for future development, so might not be there for long, who knows. And on the right is a very beautiful golden building for Chinese Development Assistance Council. It's a nice design. This older building also on the other side stands out as kind of unique. hopefully still visible, even though it's now very dark already. Luckily we are coming to the area that's more well lit with the shopping centers just ahead of us really. Already see Paya Lebar Quarter. And here is the Kinex, I think. The other side, some of these colorful lights. I like to point these out just because they can be quite fun. You never know what to expect from someone hitting their brakes behind you. The older shopping center there is City Plaza, and then these big new buildings are part of the PLQ. So that's quite interesting about Tanjong Katong Road. So we follow it all the way from where it begins to here. A lot of very different areas or different scenes. Try to make the light. And we just have. So we're still on Tanjong Katong Road, even though the scenery has changed considerably. And I'm tempted to go on this side just because there's this lovely flower shop right by here. Just very, very colorful. I usually like to have a look at that when I'm going by. We'll cross and make our way to the square there, just to have a look at the lights and see what's going on tonight. Here are the newer residential buildings at the back. And of course on that side is PLQ Mall. And this is of course where we also come to the end of Tanjong Katong Road. And this is now Sims Avenue. And from here on, it's only pedestrian access, of course, for the square. So we made it the full length of this road. And actually a little bit more as well, because we started from Amber Road. So not a very long light cycle here. And no cars. Okay, here we go. There's an MRT train just arriving at the Paya Lebar station. I think some kind of a silent exercise session going on. I think this will be the perfect place to end this walk as well. So I hope you enjoyed the walk along Tanjong Katong Road and all the way to Paya Lebar with a little detour to Amber Road. Thank you so much for coming along today. If you'd like to see more of these walks, then you probably know what to do. You can subscribe to the channel and get to know when there are new videos posted. So with that, thank you so much for coming along today, and I hope I see you again soon.